All right, you've got an offer ready to go for a new battalion chief to possibly be coming in the next couple of weeks. Give us an idea of what job description they're going to cover.
So for us, a battalion chief, we have 2 battalion chiefs on, one at each house, 24 hours a day, one in Rim Mountain and then one at Weston. And their job function is to handle any emergencies. They're in charge of their crews, so they have an emergency response aspect of it, but then they also do administration stuff that they would each get assigned to, so specific tasks.
And, just listening to the discussion here in the process, you had a checklist of everything that you were looking for. Give us an idea of what was on that.
So obviously we put qualifications out. So to meet those qualifications, you have to have a certain amount of schooling, and then we bring you in for a first interview, first round, and we have an interview panel that is 6 of us, and we basically ask the generic why you want to work here, things like that. And so we had 3 candidates initially. We narrowed it down to 2. And then those 2 candidates were brought in today for a second round of interview. And then we also put them through an emergency situation, a non-emergency kind of interpersonal relationship issue to work through. And then they interview with me and the deputy chief. And there's also an EMS component to this. So there's 4 stations that they went through today.
And in the candidate that's getting the offer excelled in all those areas, I would take it.
Correct. Yes, very much so.
And so, just give us an idea of what you feel they're gonna bring to the table.
What I hope that they bring to the table is leadership abilities. So we have a lot of staff that are in different stages of their career. Some are looking forward to retirement. Some are brand new into the system. So we want to make sure that they have the interpersonal skills to make everything successful. They're responsible for training as far as when people are on shift. So they would have to train in all aspects of what we do: fire, technical rescue, EMS, all those kind of skills. So when someone calls 911 because they're having a bad day, that we can mitigate that situation for them and make it a better day.
And I understand too that the other candidates, you're going to kind of keep them on call for 6 months or so too. Is that correct?
Yep. So that's a fairly standard practice in the fire service, that we run these interviews, and then the top candidates, if they're not offered a job initially, that we keep them on for in this case 6 months, and if another position that they would qualify for opens up, then they would be selected, and if they so choose to accept the position, then they would be part of our full-time crew.
Anything else that you'd like to add?
No, I appreciate you coming out. That's very cool.
All right. We'll go ahead and